Boy. Good afternoon, traders and tradettes. Dreycosting here. Another day. Today is the 9th of October 2023. Holding up vibe. Alright, so let's recap. So yesterday we had price around here. Right, I explained to you that there's no way in trading sense that we're gonna look to just continue up after price shift retest, create a higher low and push up. This will be the higher high, so it has to come back and create a higher low. Alright, so this demand zone here, I was looking for price to do something like this to the side and come back right here on the trend line, right? So that's what I was looking for, that type of action. However, it didn't happen exactly like that. Yeah. So what you see, we had a gap, a sharp gap, right? A sharp gap in the market from the whole thing that's going on with the war and all of that, right, between Israel and Gaza. So that's what spiked the market down really hard. So it wasn't only on GJ, 132 pips down. It wasn't only on GJ, but it was also on multiple Forex periods, yeah. So watch me now. We're still at trend line. So it did take this route, right? So what it did, take a sharp and came back to trend line. It's one and the same. That is why I like to use my trend line action, because when I used to like start to trade GJ and all of that, I would like to see price just come back to this zone or something like that, buyer, you know what I mean? But as I always say, that we want price to come around the trend line, there about here or around there, you know what I mean? We want it fluctuating near the trend line, you get me? And like when you start to get in much more experience, you can take entries back to the trend line like that, you know what I mean? So I do that sometimes, but it's always thinking in line with the trend line, you know what I mean? Either I want to go back to the trend line, right, or I want to take price around the trend line. Say price push down here like this, like that, I'm not going to look for a move up like that, because we're far away from the trend line and it's not at the initial start. You follow me? Alright, so watch me now. So now that we recap, yeah, and realize that price is actually still back at the trend line right here, right? Yeah. Let's remove this. Alright, let's remove this sell action. Alright. This demand zone right here, I'm gonna show you, I don't know if you're seeing it, but I'm gonna do something like this. Alright, you see that? Seeing it better now? Alright. Seeing it better now? Roof, right? Floor action, right? So old roof now becomes new floor, right? Break above, right? Double bottom action. 1, 2, double bottom action, yeah? Alright, so now that you are seeing what I'm seeing. Alright, let's continue. Next, we're gonna move this previous low to here, right? So this is the previous low we're working with now. Alright, I know you might say, oh, this is not on the trend line. Alright, understand now. The trend line is not a line, it's like an area. So we spoke about this when we started the series, right? The trend line, support and resistance, that's why I use rectangular bar, because support and resistance is not a line, or you know what I mean, it's a zone, it's an area, and the same thing for a trend line, right? So if we do something like this for argument's sake, you know what I mean, this is what the trend line really looks like. It's not what you call it again, it's not a specific line per se, it's a zone, right? So you see that this is a zone. So price is a zone, right? The trend line is not a line, it's a zone. Just the way like our support and resistance is not a line, it's a zone. Alright? So watch me now. Price gave that double bottom action after break and came back out of this here, right? So down here was a structure. Price now up here now with a higher structure. You follow me? So continue up. But, so let's speak on the war before we look to continue up, right? Let's speak on the war before we look to continue up. Yen, right? So we have pound yen, right? So that's here, pound yen. Yen is known, we could Google it. Yen is known as the safe haven currency, right? So the fact that yen is known as a safe haven currency, what happens is that in times of catastrophe, like Corona, war, the Russia thing and all of that, right? People gonna withdraw and change out their money from other currencies and invest in the yen. That means that the yen is going to get stronger and we're going to look for Gbpjpy to go down. Is that the case here? I don't know. I don't know how much the bankers or the investors are paying to the war, being that it's not really, yes, Israel, Gaza, it's not really that, you know, what I put it now, top of the line countries. You know what I mean? Sorry to make it sound that way, but it's just facts. I mean, if there's something like this where it happened to Russia, the United States, or something like that, then now would say, alright, people gonna look toward the safe haven currency. But that's not the case, yeah? So follow me now. Now that you see what I'm looking at, back with the whole trend line action, right? In order for us to sell, right? Where price came back here to this low right here. In order for us to sell, listen carefully now, right? Price must create this action. Shift, break the low, right? Break that low, voiding the definition of an uptrend, retest, create a low high, confirm the basic of trading for a downtrend, and then you will continue down. So you will not sell when you see prices moving like this, no, right? You will sell at this point, right? So when price have to break this low right here, voiding the definition of an uptrend, and then you have to wait on the transition to complete, come back right here at this demand zone now, it's going to turn supply zone, right? Old floor turn new roof, top rejections, wait on resistance to form, and then you continue down, right? That's the only scenario where you should sell Gbpjpy. You have to wait on that transition to properly complete, right? So if that's not the case, we're still in an up, right? So that's if. Remember today was a holiday, right? Bankers was at work, you know what I mean? So we had Japan holiday, we had the United States holiday. The only reason why we have these massive movements in the market today during the holidays because of the whole war thing. So when the bankers then go back to work in the morning, if they are not paying attention to this whole war thing, right? Then we're gonna look on Gbpjpy and continue. So let's look at the normal thing, right? So the normal thing is that shift, retest, higher low, right? Confirm the basic and trading for our uptrend, back to the trend line, right? And now we're looking at the demand zone, right? We see where price has respected on the demand zone right here. And then it also went up and created a higher maintenance level. So come out pre-London, if we're seeing price still maintaining at this higher maintenance level here, then we're gonna look to continue up for our buy. So at this moment, based on what structure is saying, we're gonna look to continue for a buy of the trend line. We spoke about this, that this is the action that we're looking for, where price came on trend line shift, create a higher high, retest, create a higher low, and then bam, we're looking to continue, right? So right now we are in upward structure, right? We're in an uptrend. So once you get up on pre-London and this is the same structure and it has not broken the demand zone, breaking the previous low, then we're gonna look to buy. Alright, if you have any questions, please comment in the comment section, drop a like on this video, show some love. Alright, so we're doing this daily and keeping my word, so just show some love, right? Straight balling, no fraud. Have a blessed day. I'm out.